my name's Elizabeth. Today we're going to be reading Julia Donaldson, What the Ladybird Heard Next, and it's a Macmillan publication. Let's see what it says. Once upon a farm lived a ladybird, and these are the things that she saw and heard. A cow in a shed, the horse in his stall, the cat who purred on the garden wall, the barn full of straw, the field full of sheep, the kennel where the dog lay fast asleep, the fish in the pond, the drake and the duck, the hive of bees and the heap of muck, the hogs in the sty and the goose in her pen, and the coop which was home to a big fat red hen. Now the fat red hen with her thin brown legs laid lots and lots of speckled eggs, but then, oh help, oh no, oh dear, those eggs began to disappear. Each morning all the eggs had gone, and the animals asked, what's going on? I'll find out, said the ladybird. So she flew and she flew, and she saw and she heard. She saw two men in a big black van with a torch and a sack and a cunning plan. They were Hefty Hugh and Lanky Len, who had been to jail but were out again. Said Lanky Len to Hefty Hugh, let's steal another egg or two. But Hefty Hugh said, listen Len, I vote we steal the fat red hen. We'll make our way to the chicken coop and scoop her up with one fell swoop. And think of all those eggs she'll lay us, and all the money folk will pay us. And Len replied, we'll soon be rich, it makes my fingers start to itch. The little spotty ladybird told the animals what she'd heard. Hefty Hugh and Lanky Len are planning to steal the fat red hen. Then the cow said moo, and the hen said cluck. Hiss, said the goose, and quack, said the duck. Neigh, said the horse, oink, said the dog. Baa, said the sheep, and woof, said the dog. And the two cats meowed. Those bad, bad men, we can't let them steal the fat red hen. But Ladybird said, listen, quick, I've thought of a really clever trick. At the dead of night, the two bad men opened the coop and snatched the hen. But the fat red hen began to cluck. Why don't you steal the downy duck? Her eggs are bigger and far than mine, and people say they taste divine. Good thinking that, said Lanky Len, and they tiptoed to the pond. But then the downy duck began to quack. Please don't put me in your sack. Why don't you steal the goose instead? She's bigger still and better fed. Her eggs are huge and tasty too. Good thinking, said Hefty Hugh. But when they tried to seize the goose, she hissed at them. I'm not much use. Why don't you steal the great big bird, the super duper snuggly snurd? What? Said Len. You, said Hugh. And the goose replied, I thought you knew. She lays eggs, the biggest eggs of all. Each one looks like a rugby ball. The duck joined in. She's friendly too. I'm sure she'd love to live with you. She'll put an end to all those cares. You'll very soon be millionaires. Where is this snurd? Said Lanky Len. Not far away, chipped in the hen. She lived inside the big brown heap. You'll find her there. She's fast asleep. The two thieves laughed. We've got it made. Let's take turns with the farmer's spade. They dug and they dug, and Len said, Pwah! It stinks, said Hugh, and so do you. And Len said, where's that giant bird, the super duper snuggly snurd? She's rather shy, the goose replied. She must be hiding deep inside. So they dug a tunnel nice and deep. That's it, said Hugh. Now we creep. I think we're nearly there, said Len. The snurd will soon be ours. But then the heap collapsed and Hugh said, yuck, we're covered head to toe in muck. And Len replied, there is no snurd. They just made up that giant bird. Then the other animals gathered round, and they all let out a deafening sound. Neigh, moo, oink, baa, woof, woof, meow. What a racket, what a row. The farmer woke and said, goodness me, and he had a word with his prize queen bee, and the bees chased after the two bad men who never came back to the farm again. The cow said moo, and the hen said cluck. Hiss, said the goose, and quack, said the duck. Neigh, said the horse, oink, said the hog. Baa, said the sheep, and woof, said the dog. And the farmer cheered, and both cats purred. But the ladybird said never a word, and neither did the snuggly snurd. And that's the end of What the Ladybird Heard Next.